dad started J&C in about 1963. He came from Cuba and initially started to look for whatever kind of employment was available at that time. And as soon as he had his feet on the ground, ventured out of the city of what is today Miami and started to learn more about the agricultural region in here's South Miami-Dade, which is the Redlands and Homestead. When he found this area, he immediately figured there might be an opportunity to start farming the things he knew how to farm back in Cuba. He had my grandfather literally send him 3 or 4 strands of boniato seed every day for a year until he had enough seed in a makeshift seed bank in the back of the efficiency where he was living to actually start the first crop. The beautiful thing is that about 50 years ago, when this business started, my dad's first crop was rented in a similar parcel after a modest $5,000 seed investment from an acquaintance, which he grew over the years to now farm about 1,500 acres of sweet potato. That original $5,000 investment was used to push out the first crop, which he marketed up in the Bronx Terminal Market back in 1963. This is the Cuban sweet potato in its early stage of development. As you can see, the actual root. Of course, the first one I showed you was greener. This is the one we bring out to the field. About 4 or 5 months into production, what you get is the original seed dried out a little bit, but the production down here, as you can see, this one in particular has 5 little sweet potatoes growing on there, and they mature to about 3 times this size. But this is one of the first stages of development of the Cuban sweet potato root. Change in demographics over the last 15 years have changed dramatically, have changed the business, not just ours, but probably any business. Today, if you're not addressing the Hispanic community, or if you're not addressing the Asian community, which people forget about all the time, but it's one of the largest growing ones as well right behind, then you're sort of missing the boat. The biggest change for us was that 15, 20 years ago, we were out basically pushing these products, educating folks, letting them know they existed. Today, a lot of the retailers will come to us and say, hey, we need to have these in our store. How do we do this? We really don't know a lot about it, but we understand it's the largest growth from an exponential standpoint, not only in the product line, but in the demographic side. So how do we do this? You have to be passionate about what you want. You have to dream big. I'm on my 3rd career now. Attorney turned real estate developer turned farmer, and at no time have I ever not loved what I do with whatever I was doing. I think it starts there because you know, nowadays if you have to work probably 3 times harder than you ever did, and if you don't get up in the morning and truly love what you do, as cliche as it sounds, it's really challenging to do. So dream big, be passionate, and just drive it, you know.